Ye-
Subscribe to Simply Bitcoin.
All right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome in. You made it to another episode of the Meme Factory podcast. This is test stream number 63. As you know, if you've been watching for a while, we'll never have a real stream. Only test streams. That way they can't shut us down if it's a test. This evening, we are joined by none other than AmericanHODL, who is currently going by, I think, AmericanHODL 8 on Twitter for the next week or so. HODL, how you doing, man?
Good, bro. Is this like that was like your polished like podcast voice? That was you being like a podcast host?
This is not a podcast. This is a test stream, my friend. Now, if you haven't watched the show before, HODL, and I dare say you probably haven't.
No, I see every episode.
Oh, okay.
Super fan, big
My
fan.
bad. Then you,
Yeah,
then
huge
clearly, you know what happens next is that the way we get paid on the stream is that our sponsors require us to have the guest actually read the ad copy for the week. This week, the ad copy came from a very prominent source. We've sent it to your Telegram, so when you get a second, just check it out, and you can read that right from the top whenever you're ready.
All right, done. Good evening, everyone. My name is AmericanHODL, and this episode of the Meme Factory podcast is brought to you by Grayscale Bitcoin Trust and their flagship product, GPT-3. Are you sick of government IOUs? Have you heard about how Bitcoin solves the need for any trusted third parties? But you sleep better at night knowing your GPT-3 is in Uncle Sam's most trusted third party, Wall Street. Do you like it when your owner walks you on a leash and requires your KYC info every time you want a hit of your favorite financial treat? Who wrote this? It's so bad. Then you can keep your lazy ass right in that chair and rejoice. GBTC has all your convenience, wants, and desires covered. How? Because our IOUs aren't produced by the government. They are grown locally, right here in New York State, using fair trade practices and ESG beans. Yeah. Racist. Unlike government IOUs, ours aren't made available at the end of a gun barrel. No, sir. Sir spelled with an E. Our IOUs are entirely volitional. I'm surprised you knew that word, Greg. And aimed right at our own personal part of the bell curve, the middle. Not only that, but you can tell all your friends that your proxy Bitcoin tokens are stored on our high-tech servers behind a password of your choosing and can't be moved out of the trust ever, which makes it safe and secure. So don't delay. Your Bitcoin NFTs are just a mouse click away. Sign up at goodbyesovereignty.com/memefactory for a 50% discount.
Good job, sir. That? Good job. We'll get paid now.
Nice.
Appreciate it.
Luckily.
You know, the way you read that, before we get into some other stuff that's important, but the way you read it made me want to ask a particular question. I think you know what it might be. How does the Peter's dictate?
It tastes like Toblerone. Ooh, and it's shaped like that. It's shaped like that too, which is weird. You wouldn't think. Yeah.
Ridged for your pleasure.
It's ridged for your pleasure. Yeah. And
hold on, guys. I'm gonna have to stop you. I'm gonna have to stop you right there. Rusty has his hand up.
Oh shit! Yeah. Shut up, Rob. What's up, Rusty?
Hey, morning, HODL. I had a quick. Greg introduced you as AmericanHODL 8. I don't know if you've answered this question already, but did you get all of your previous American HODLs back, or are they dead to you? Or
yeah, I haven't even tried. Like, and I don't know why I would. You know,
like surely getting the original American HODL back would be kind of cool.
You don't give a fuck.
Like,
I don't. If I cared. Listen, if I cared in the first place, I wouldn't have purposefully said the word retard 9,000 times on Twitter to get banned over and over and over again. And but clearly, I don't care. Yeah.
All right.
Beautiful.
Got to thank our actual sponsor, Coinbits. Thank you, Coinbits. Now, before we get on with the show this evening, we got to get your sandwich order in. Becca, if you want to take it away with that, hit him.
Oh yeah. Are you gonna make my screen bigger, Greg?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay, American HODL, welcome to the Meme Factory. So I have our beautiful sandwich board. So please feel you can pick one of
Thirsty
the
Bish.
following. So we
What is
have
what is the ingredients on a thirsty bish?
We'll
I
get
can't
to
see.
it.
Okay,
We'll get to
it's a grilled.
Your time.
We're already 10
Calm
steps
down.
ahead of you. Okay, just wait.
Okay.
The thirsty bitch sandwich,
Mhm.
a grilled chihuahua topped with Peter's sauce. Here, shout out to Dieter Bob's abortion. And then today we have a used 2006 Corolla on the menu, so you might be interested in that. And our house special yellows Don't Stop Believing steak Sammy marinated in Red Bull for 409 days. And it comes with a watermelon salad.
Well, I think it's my first time at your establishment, so I think I'm going to choose the thirsty bish. Thirsty bish. Am I thirsty bish? Am I pronouncing it correctly?
Sounds
Yeah.
about right.
Okay. I'm gonna do the your thirsty bish. That one. That's the one I'm gonna have.
Great. I'll have it over to you shortly.
Thank you. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Excellent. All right, so now that we got the sandwich order out of the way, let's get Becca off the goddamn screen. There we go. Now, this is a bear market, and I know you've been in a bear market before, but this is the first bear market I think you've ever been in that there are rules for. And if Yellow feels like talking, I'd love to have him explain the rules of the bear market.
Yeah. Hey. So the rules are simple. Number one, obviously so you gotta stack, right? Number two is we are Bitcoiners. We love to fight, so you gotta find somebody and fight, and tag me, and so I can laugh. And number three is build. Hashtag I am building. And even though you're not building anything, just tweet about it. It's the same thing. So number three is build. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you, Yellow. So, begs the question, Huddle, are you stacking, fighting, and building? Oh, okay. Yeah, just talk on mute. That works for everybody.
Yeah, mute.
Muted.
You think you're rusty or something? Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Huh?
Mom!
Who muted me? Who muted me?
Mom, I need a beer!
This is a fucking psyop, bro. Greg mutes me, and then he's like, "Oh, you're on mute." Fucking, I see how it goes on the show. Yo,
The beer! Give me the beer!
Are we drinking on this pod? Should I get a beer?
Yeah, I
Sure,
get one.
Absolutely. I need a beer! No, don't take the beer, damn it! Get me a beer!
Preferably
Get me a
Heineken.
beer!
All right, hold on. I'll be right back.
God damn.
Okay.
God damn.
So, how's your trade going?
Oh, okay. Becca's been watching me and Marcus.
Oh,
Yeah, how is your trade going,
Yeah.
Sean?
Sorry, I had a huge dildo behind me. I didn't want you guys to see it.
You're on the right
Doing
podcast.
Guinness
I don't know.
Guinness Maximalist right here.
You don't have to yell.
I have to yell.
You don't have to yell.
If you did it right the first time, I wouldn't have to yell.
You don't have to yell.
Get the hell out. Get out of here.
All right, I'm going. I'm going.
Jesus Christ.
It's very Christmassy in the house of
Merry Christmas.
What was I being asked again? What was I being asked?
Are you stacking, fighting, and building?
You already.
I'm biddling.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Yeah, it's better than building. It's biddling. It's what they do in Ethereum, Ethereums.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard of it. When I met you, you used to have a .eth
I did.
on your
I
fucking
did.
handle. So
Yeah, I did.
I assume you have heard of biddling.
Yep. Certainly have.
What is
We
it?
don't wanna-
Is it like whittling? Is it like whittling down a piece of wood?
It's like
don't wanna go.
it's like building, but you don't actually do anything, and you get a lot of VC funding for it.
Have you told that story on this podcast about how when we met on Twitter, you had a .eth, and I was like, you have 30 fucking seconds. Get that goddamn .eth off your fucking profile.
That's not
Before
quite
you
how
keep
it went.
talking to me. And then Greg came back 1 minute later and was like, hey, I did it. I'm sorry. And I was like, this guy, he's going places, you know? And now look at you,
Now look at me.
you know?
You're a guest on my pod,
It's
the
true.
Meme Factory podcast.
How the tables have
The Greg Zash
Turn.
podcast.
The
to the other
turntables.
foot.
Yeah. The turntables have gotten on the other foot.
So yeah, Greg, you were one of my people I fought with the last bear market, and I converted you. That's a win right there.
That wasn't much of
Yeah.
a fight. That wasn't much of it.
Yeah.
You were out there talking shit to other Dotties, and I was like, this motherfucker doesn't know what he's talking about. Then I followed you for a little while in the shadows, and I was like, oh, okay, he does kind of know what he's talking about. And then you said something about citadels. I never heard that. I was like, yo, let me get in your citadel if this shit goes down. You're like, only if you drop that Dottie, thought of your stupid ass name. And I was like, oh.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. So yeah, am I stacking, fighting, and biddling? Well, like fighting is just what we do every day, all day, fucking nonstop. I have no idea how to code. I'm functionally retarded when it comes to the keyboard. So no, I'm not doing any biddling. But I did like make a few VC bets on Bitcoin only companies during the bull market when times were good. When I felt like I was a VC, I was like, oh yes, I'll just put a little money over here and a little money over here, and then I lost it all. And then in terms of stacking, I still do my $50 DCA every day, but like largely my best stacking days are behind me, unfortunately.
Okay. Now that's not entirely true. Last time you and I spoke about any type of biddling, you were thinking about biddling some kind of movie.
Yeah, with Breedlove, yeah. Back in the Dizzy.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, it was like 2020. We were working on that. Anyway, the status of that is I did a treatment for it. And I think they're using my treatment. I don't even think
like
Rob
a
is
Z-Pack, or what do you mean?
like in filmmaking, a treatment is just like the beats, like what the story outline, what the story outline is or whatever. So I did a treatment. I think they're using my treatment. I don't know, but that project actually turned into something that has like a real legit, not me, like a Hollywood director attached to it, and it has like a $2 million budget. So hopefully it should be. They're working on it, so it should be coming out sometime in the next year, hopefully during the bear market.
$2 million budget, man. That's like off Sundance money.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's like slam dance money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's big dough. You're gonna be at like Penn State Film School, show, whatever they call that.
Is that who would be the main actor in that movie, and whose role is he playing?
It's a documentary, so it'll just be random Bitcoiners, I assume, or whatever. There's another guy named Jamie King. You guys know Jamie King? He did This Machine Greens. I don't know if you guys saw that one, but he's working on a Bitcoin documentary, and I sat down and did some interviews for that.
He's been a guest on the pod.
Yeah, good dude.
He is.
I introed him to. He wanted me on, and I was like, "You must meet Eric Kaysen." And I was hanging out with Eric, and so I brought Eric to the documentary filming with me. It was like in some house in LA, and they weren't sure what to make of Eric at first. They're like, who's this random guy that you brought with you, like whatever. And I was like, okay, listen, this is Eric fucking Kaysen. Okay, show some goddamn respect. But anyway, after I did my taping, Eric did his taping, and I came back in from outside after he was done, and he was just like, the whole crew was in love with him, and they were like, so when do we come up to your house and do shrooms? And I was like, what just happened in this room while I was like away,
Is that what they call the Kaysen flow?
It was good.
Now, you have a very public love-hate relationship with Twitter. I didn't expect to see you come back. So,
Zach Prince owes me a fucking Bitcoin. By the way, Zach, you have my number. He doesn't have my number. You have my number, Zach. Give me my Bitcoin, bro. Give it. I want it.
He watches the pod too, so he'll see the message.
Yeah,
I thought he was a big fan. Yeah,
He's always a regular in the Meme Factory dozen.
All right,
do you think why he pay you back? He's never. I don't think.
No, well, every person pointed out to me on Twitter is like the worst bet you can make is a bet that someone else will go bankrupt.
Yes,
it's like, how do you expect them to pay you? So no, I'm not getting fucking paid. But I came back to Twitter to gloat. You know what I mean? For obvious reasons.
That was the reason you came back. To gloat?
Dude. I shorted a $3 billion company into the fucking ground, son. And then I won. I feel good about that one.
With a Twitter post.
Shit came down.
So today I wanted to join a talking space. And I opened Twitter and Spaces. And there was Bobby talking with Preston and Jeff Booth. In a space, and then I said, like, let me check what's happening in Clubhouse. and you were in a space there in a clubhouse, and you guys were talking about pigeons.
Oh,
Pigeon?
pigeons.
Yeah, you were talking about pigeons,
Oh,
birds,
this was. I
and I'm
remember.
like, what do I choose? So I went to Twitter. So the question is, uh, what the fuck are you doing, dude, on Clubhouse? What are you doing on Clubhouse?
What we were talking about when Yellow joined the room was that me and Junseth, a longtime Bitcoin OG, were talking about apparently there's a pigeon, Hawaiian pigeon version of the Bible. And it's the entire Bible, but in Hawaiian pigeon. And it was put together by actual linguists.
Wait, so
And
like they dissected birds and put them in a...
do you know what pigeon English is, Greg?
I know what carrier pigeons are.
Okay.
Are they like them?
No. Anyway, so pigeon is what they speak in Hawaii. It's like the Ebonics of Hawaii, basically. And there's a lot of different pigeon dialects across the entire world. Anyway, this version of the Bible is called the Good and Special Book, and it's all in pigeon. And so we were reading from the Pigeon Bible, and I got to tell you, man, I don't know, like, there was something missing for me in Christianity, and I think it was Hawaiian pigeon. Because I'm really, like, I felt it, like, moved me. It, like, washed over me, I was like, clearly it didn't move Yellow, though, which is disappointing. I wish, you know what, we're going to convert you one of these days, brother.
Yeah,
Eventually.
I thought you were doing like a Monty Python bit or something. I don't know what was happening. I just left.
Good stuff.
All right, so since you came back to gloat, are you gonna be bouncing again? What are you gonna do? You gonna drop a hard R and get kicked out again?
I'm not dropping a hard R. I think I don't know, man. Like it feels like the energy moves around, like for what is the dominant Bitcoin platform. Like it was Bitcoin Talk, then it was Reddit, and then Reddit lasted until the block size war, and then it was Bitcoin Twitter, and I thought for a minute it might have been the audio apps like Spaces and Clubhouse or whatever, but I don't know. I think the audio apps are just for random bullshit hangouts like this. I don't think they're really, there's not the same energy there. So I don't really know.
Let's back it up. This
energy
isn't random.
is.
This happens every Thursday.
Yeah.
Right. Like I said, what I mean? But,
So
yeah, I don't know.
Bitcoin,
I don't
is
know.
Bitcoin
No, Sean, he's talking.
is Bitcoin a community? That's all Greg wants to really ask. Come on, Greg. Ask.
Do you want to ask if it's a community?
Is Bitcoin a community?
Community of retards.
Is that hard R? Now, you were going on. Where do you think the community is now? If it's not in these bullshit apps, if it's not on Twitter, where is it?
I don't know. Yeah, I haven't like captured it yet. You know what I mean? What I've noticed is that a lot of OGs, myself included, are just doing this like random chat GPT style vague posting where they're just like, Bitcoin is like a battery for humanity and it's gonna power our lives, whatever. And you get like 1,000 likes and you're like, okay, I guess I did my work here today. Bitcoin is freedom, period. And then it's like, how many times can we do that
on Bitcoin?
How many times can we do that in a row? Like there needs to be something more interesting happening, I think, rather than
Like
just
a lot.
a lot of times. Yeah. How many times can we play Don't Stop Believing in the Spaces? How many times?
As many as it takes.
409 days in a row. That's how many.
That guy has a live counter going.
Yeah.
Great. So yeah, bro, I don't know. The answer is I don't know. Just do whatever the fuck I want whenever the feeling strikes. You know what I mean?
Do you have a fiat job?
Wait, what?
Do you have a fiat job?
What are you
Do you have a fiat job?
Oh, no, I do not.
I was just wondering. That's it.
Is there a follow up to that? Is just...
No.
Hold on.
I love Yellow.
So-
Yellow's my favorite.
Dude, AmericanHODL, you have I don't know if it's still your pin tweet, but your pin tweet for a while was talking about like the next
I feel like
attack vector being Your
Oh,
identity.
identity. Yeah. So this is something.
What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think that the regulation is going to come in and it's going to kill the shitcoins, like the traditional DeFi version shitcoins or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think that the shitcoin energy of like we want to do a shitcoin is not going away anytime soon.
No.
And I think the VCs, I think global G7, G20 governments, Wall Street, like there's a lot of forces that are aligned on creating identity solutions. And there's going to be this bullshit ass pitch that comes out of the Ethereum camp that's like, it's already coming out. Vitalik put this in a blog post. It's basically like, well, we're going to be forced to do identity solutions anyway. Like you're going to have your COVID vaccine passport anyway. So you might as well do it in a decentralized fashion. And you can do sign in with Ethereum is one of the things they're calling it, which is like sign in with Ethereum is just KYCing yourself across all internet services. And all of DeFi. So it's no longer like DeFi in the sense that like it's a digital open market bazaar or something. It's now DeFi in the sense that it's decentralized in name only, which is something that we as Bitcoiners have been saying for a long time anyway. And so basically like, yeah, they're gonna create this whole bubble around identity. The only thing that's currently missing, and I haven't seen them do it yet, is a way to trade.
Can I stake my identity?
Yeah, well,
you just can't withdraw it.
I get yield on my identity.
Yes, exactly. There needs to be a way to trade identities on the secondary. And what I think is probably going to happen is I have this theory that the seeds of the next bubble are always in the prior bubble. And so like with NFTs, there was CryptoKitties, which came at the very end of the ICO bubble, right?
I know what
and
you're
then
doing.
that seed was planted and it became the NFT bubble, right?
I see you,
and
lisp,
then,
motherfucker. I see you. I see what you're doing.
What is he doing? Who, me?
The lisp?
I'm confused.
The whole fucking show. The lisp? No. The lisp?
Maybe he actually has one, Greg.
Oh, do you actually? Oh, my bad. Is that? Oh my god.
Me?
Are you lisping? Are you lisping on purpose the whole time, or do you just have a lisp now?
Okay. Another question.
Am I lisping?
That is a lisp. Okay, dude.
What a great job to keep on the flow of the talk, man. Craig, thanks, man.
It's my job. It's my job as the host.
Anyway, I also read that thread of yours, man, and I was equally confused as the Hawaiian pigeons. Like, why do we need identity politics in Ethereum now? Like, are they gonna identify as like Bitcoin now? What are they doing? Like trans Ethereum? I'm gonna have identity politics.
I mean, I think that's always been going on in Ethereum. I'm very unclear, what the gender is of most of the .eths, and it's not polite to ask. It's not, or maybe it's extra polite to ask. I'm confused. The rules are always changing, but yeah, I think just to yes and your improv there. Yes, of course. It's
Are
needed.
they gonna have like in the bio, in the Twitter bio, identify as I don't know, like a Bitcoin token or an ADA kind of Cardano token or something? I don't know what they're gonna do.
This is what I was gonna say. Was Marcus and I talked to Cal Casa, who's been out in Ethiopia. He works with the Ethiopian government.
Yeah, I love Cal. Cal's the homie.
Yeah, and he did a whole debunk video on Cardano because Cardano came to Ethiopia, and they still list on Cardano's website. They still list that they work with Ethiopia, and they don't work with Ethiopia. And one of their main ideas was that they were going to put identity on the blockchain and decentralize identity. This was back in like 2019, and they failed doing that. And when they failed doing it, then Cal Casa comes out and he's like, they wasted our time. They wasted our resources. We could have been Bitcoin only this whole time. And on top of that, we never needed to centralize or decentralize identity. It was actually better for them to keep it in a centralized thing because Cardano is not like, why would they trust Cardano with their identity? They would want to trust themselves with the identity of Ethiopians. So it's like, it's all backwards.
Well, this is what
And-
shitcoiners do. That they take like a narrative, right, and then they like a narrative that's real in the world, like the metaverse, right? Like the metaverse is a real idea. The idea is just VR, XR, AR is going to be a big, vertical for tech over the next 10 years, and like I think that's obvious. Anybody's paying attention. But then what they do is they go, "Hey, bro, if you buy this picture of a monkey, you can display it in your home in the metaverse. It's gonna be sick, dude. And then I'll come over in the metaverse and then I'll look at it and then we'll be like, damn, Like that's basically how the sales
Why
pitch
is
goes.
he a Latino though?
What that was Jamaican. I was doing Jamaican.
That was Jamaican?
Jamaicans can have a lisp too.
Yeah, man. Right near the beach, man. That's where I did hey man. I was doing Dread, our friend Bobo Dread. That's how he sounds exactly.
My accent also is French, by the way.
Shout out to Pole Vault Dream. So, chat wants to know, before I interrupted you, you were talking about the seeds of the next bubble, Huddle. What do you think?
Yes. So the seeds in the next bubble. CryptoKitties became the NFT bubble. That was the seed that was implanted in the ICO bubble. I believe that the identity solution has already been implanted in the prior bubble, and that was in the form of BitClout. And so I think the thing that's going to be traded in terms of identities on the secondary is going to be future revenue from influencers. You are going to be able to long and short your favorite influencers. That's what's gonna happen in the next bubble. It's just gonna happen with a different technology that enables it. That's not as centralized as BitClout is.
I was just gonna say, wasn't that
can we
Bitcoin?
short Greg?
Rusty, raise your hand.
Can we
God damn it.
I would love to.
No,
short
I'm too
Greg right now.
excited. I want to short Greg. Fucking with
The-
leverage.
The idea of shorting.
You didn't naked short me.
The idea of shorting influencers you don't like is like really fun. But I also think like the idea of owning a piece of like Mr. Beast or something is really appealing to people who have mental deficiencies. And so it's going to be a big phenomenon that occurs. And I can see it forming now. Yeah. And I wanted to let Bitcoiners know about it so that hopefully we can get to the territory, because there are decentralized Bitcoin solutions to identity, things like that Daniel Burr working on, like CSU Wildcat. Daniel, I forget Daniel's last name. Jesus Christ, he works at fucking The Block. CSU Wildcat on Twitter. Anyway,
Burr.
Daniel Buckner. He changed it to Burr, and that's what I remember it as on Twitter. But so we already have like Bitcoin decentralized identity solutions, and so like I want to accurately define the territory for the next battle, and hopefully we can do a better job. Because let's be real, every single person we told not to buy a picture of a monkey JPEG, they went and bought a picture of a monkey JPEG. Like there was nothing we could do to stop it. For some reason, it was so intoxicating to them. So we need to like let them do their shit on Bitcoin, basically.
Okay, here's a question, dude. How do you like when Bitcoin's 100,000, 200,000, $1 million? How do you talk to people who are still normies about Bitcoin without being like, look, this thing's gonna go to 10 million, it's gonna go to $100 million? Because at that point, people are gonna be like, I missed it, right? Because that's what people think right now.
That's every time, man. I mean, listen, I remember having a very distinct conversation with a buddy who's a bartender in 2015, and I was like, "Hey, bro, what is 1 month's rent?" And he was like, $800. I was like, "Okay, right now for $800, I could get you 4 Bitcoin, like close to 4 Bitcoin, like 3.5 Bitcoin or whatever." And at the top, that would have been like what, like 200 something $1,000, like enough money for this guy to get like a condo or something, like, and that would meaningfully change his life. But at the time, the thought of 1 month's rent going to digital coins was just too much for him. And $200 a coin seemed ridiculously expensive. And nobody ever listens. So it's like, I don't know, man. I've been here so long. I've tried every fucking tactic in the book. Yeah. I can't get through to these motherfuckers. I think it's just Bitcoin has to do its thing in the world and like let the chips fall where they may,
Yeah. Okay, so I don't know if anyone. I'm sorry, I'm asking a lot of questions. I'm not that sorry.
Sean Rusty's got his hand up, man.
Oh, I didn't see his.
I'm gonna grab another beer real quick, but I'm listening.
Mom, I need a beer. Beer. Fuck!
Is your mom living with you, or are you living with your mom, Greg?
I feel like that's a personal question, and I'm not.
Wish I
sure.
could just yell at my mom like Greg can,
The bear market, we're all living with our mums now.
I got to get my own beer like a fucking peasant.
That's another beer.
I said bring a beer, not take the beer.
I'm taking the bottle.
This is twice now.
Guys,
Taking the bottle.
By the way, Greg, what do you
broke,
drink? What are you drinking? What are you drinking over there?
Right now, I'm drinking Heineken. It's what my parents brought, so that's they're down here visiting, so I'm drinking what they brought.
Heineken.
Because
Otherwise,
it's
known-
mine. It's mine now. That's the rent.
The only time I ever drink Heineken is on an airplane because it's the best beer you can get on an airplane. You know, so like that's where it's bucketed in my head.
Yeah.
Because they're like Bud Light or Heineken. They're all $5. This is a fucking airplane. So that's when I drink Heineken.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Show us,
Yeah.
show us that beer. Show us that beer again. It looked like a Steven Rivera pour. Stefan Rivera. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, it's a. I guess it's a stout.
What?
Makes sense.
Wait a minute. How are we equating this to Stefan Rivera?
So this is
You that was like all.
Is that a racist?
I-
Are you saying racist things?
I know it seems like I poured this.
That is not a beer.
No.
This is one of those nitro Guinness cans that you have to like dump and get the nitrogen going in it. You know.
It makes sense. No, you saw that. You saw that pour that Rivera did, where he like put in sats and he got a beer and it like just filled the glass up with head.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
like a real drink in southern Germany. It's called Piss. And they serve it like that.
Decline of civilization, in effect.
I love Stefan, but I don't think he was playing a lot of beer pong in his youth. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, you know, like he may not have the same chops as like Greg, you know, who does look like he's done many keg stands.
A lot.
Many.
Oh, keg stands no, but beer pong.
Well, that's just because you're too heavy. You know
Well,
what I
yeah.
mean?
I got the upper body strength to get it done. Yeah.
But you probably helped other people onto the keg, right?
Oh yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Shoulder.
Okay, well,
shoulder.
if Rusty's not gonna ask his question, I'm gonna ask a question because
No, I got a question.
Yeah,
I'm just waiting. Yeah. My question is, so you're talking about how, you know, you've given up on orange pilling most people. So, like, what about family? Is there anyone still in your family after all these years that you still just have just given up on? Like close?
Oh, all of
close
them.
family?
All of them. Yeah, all of them.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That
Look,
sounds like a common theme.
You know what it is, man? It's like I've been here for 8 years at this point, and so everybody knows I'm the Bitcoin guy. They all know that, and so it's like I don't really need to aggressively go up to them and be like, "Hey, do you know how the Federal Reserve works? They're fucking us, man." No, like I don't need to do that. You know, I used to do that, and so it's like when the spotlight is on me, I feel self-conscious. I'm not used to seeing my own face so large. But yeah, no, I just do my thing. And it's like, if you want to talk about Bitcoin, like, that's all I like to talk about all day long anyway. So, like, you know where I'm at. You know I'm here. If you have questions, like, I'm right here. You can ask me stuff. But I'm not going to make it my mission in life to, like, you know, orange pill people or whatever.
All right.
Does anyone ever ask you about Bitcoin?
In real life, like very few people, or like what they'll do is like I had a neighbor who like was like, "Hey bro, what about that Bitcoin stuff? That's what you do, right?" I was like, "Yeah," and then he was like, "Sick," and then he was like, "I'm gonna get some," and then he was like, "I bought Cardano and like fucking Ripple," and like I was like, "Okay," and then he was like, he called me like months later and he was like, "Hey dude, I think I got scammed by Coinbase," and I was like, "What's up, man?" He was like, "I was watching like a YouTube live stream and like I know this sounds dumb. Like I know it sounds dumb. But like this guy lives in a $1 million house. He's a healthcare
Is he
executive.
Jamaican?
So I was expecting yeah, man, right near the beach, man. No. I was expecting a little more intelligence out of this guy, but like none was had. And he goes, "Yeah, I was watching this YouTube live stream for the Ethereum merge. And they said they were gonna send me back 2 Bitcoin if I sent one." And I was like, I'm gonna do it. So I think I'm only out like 1 Bitcoin. This guy's rich, so it doesn't matter. But I was like, yeah, bro, you lost that Bitcoin, my guy. I'm sorry. It's gone. Yeah.
people actually fall for that.
The problem with orange pilling people too is they become like you have to babysit them.
Yes.
They're like ducklings that like follow you around, and then you get all these phone calls like, Hey, my guy, just a quick question. Yeah, hey, you're not supposed to like hand your treasure to a stranger and tell them the pin code, right? And you're like, no. Why did you do that? It's like, well, they seem nice. I don't,
They were gonna give me 2 back.
It becomes a problem. It really does.
All right.
Hey,
you
but
keeping
like the
these
Bitcoin
contact details
space
when-
is pretty small, right? So do you actually get like recognized in the street, or are we still that small that nobody knows who you are in like real life?
No, the only place I ever get recognized is at Bitcoin conferences and shit. You know what I mean? Which is dope. Like, that's fun. But no, I've never been like recognized in like an airport or something. Like, no, dude. There, I'd like to get your guys' take on this, but I think there's only 10,000 of us. I think there's very few of us that are like hardcore Bitcoin maxis who like get the message. There's not a lot, man.
Not many.
There's really none.
Maybe 21,000 max.
We're early.
I met one once. Just once. I met one in real life
Really?
at a kid's party. Yeah.
Really? And he was an actual like maxi?
Was it a child?
Yeah, full maxi, stacking since 2016. Has a lightning node in his basement. He like knew all of us. Yeah, it was like full crazy
dope.
1 in a million thing.
That's cool. I was playing VR ping pong, and when there's like another opponent who's a real person across from you, and you're like playing stupid ping pong, and this guy was like, "What do you do for work, bro?" And I was like, "I kind of just like hodl Bitcoin, man." And he was like, "Oh, that's sick, dude. I like DeFi," and I was like, "Oh, fucking, how do I get out of this VR tennis match, man?" Yeah,
Is this Udi? Before we get too carried away, I want to make sure we get a chance to hand out scores. Since Labber's not here, Becca, you're up.
Me.
Yep.
Okay. So let's start with RD. RD, your score is 6.15 Bitcoin. So congratulations.
Wait a minute. What the fuck?
What?
Shut up, Yellow. My turn. Marcus, you get a kid swing. So have fun with that. And who else do we have here? Sean, you get 3 basketballs.
3.
HODL, you get. You know what? You get the
thirsty bitch.
2006 used Corolla.
Oh,
the Corilla.
Got it
Which will
back.
be delivered.
Yes,
Yeah.
I believe that says
Yellow?
Corilla, but okay.
Well, used car. I thought we're into them, right? Yellow, you get a cassette tape of Don't Stop Believing. And Greg, you get a 12-pack of Heinekens. And Rusty, you get a dirty diaper.
Ooh.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Dirty
Yeah.
That's
Good.
Rusty.
I wanted a dirty diaper.
What? Why? Why did you want the dirty diaper?
Never mind. You know what? I'll give him the dirty diaper.
What type of case do you have, Marcus?
All right, let me ask HODL this. So, Pomp and you have been coming together. I don't know if that's still going on, but I just want to know. You guys were coming together and do a what's it called? Like a hardware
Self-custody seminar.
Self-custody seminar. Yeah. How's that going?
Yeah.
Like, what's that look like? Are you guys still doing that, or what's going on with that?
Yeah, I'll tell you the whole story. Just like on Twitter, Jimmy Song was talking shit to Pomp, and then like Pomp said something back, and I was like, Jimmy's correct, and here's why. You giving your keys to a custodian is you rugging yourself, right? And then he was like, I'll amplify your message. I think self-custody is really important after the year I've had, which I took to mean that he probably lost funds on BlockFi. I don't know that for a fact, but that kind of seemed to be the implication.
Isn't he like one of the massive investors in that thing?
Well, he lost in money investing in BlockFi for sure.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm just speculating, but that was like the vibe I got or whatever. And
confirmed here tonight, Pomp lost half his fortune in BlockFi.
He hit me up. He hit me up in the DMs and was like, "How can we put together like?"
How can we do what?
you know,
Was in the matrix.
Breaking up.
Was he drunk?
for like
He's been
self-esteem or whatever?
he's
And I
been
was
hitting
like,
them Guinness hard. There he is.
dude,
Yeah,
I
There
was
we
like,
go.
no, I'm just. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, now
Is
Now
my
we can.
internet
Yeah,
bad,
you're
or is
back.
this a bit?
You're
Are we
back
doing a
now.
bit,
You're back now.
or is my internet
You'll
bad?
never know.
You're stuck in the
No,
matrix.
for a second there, we lost you, but you're good. You're good.
I thought you were gonna rug pull us, to be honest.
So yeah, basically he was like, who are the best like self-custody educators? And I was like, you need to have Stefan Livera and BTC Sessions go on and talk to your audience. And so that's basically the whole conversation that happens. So it's going to be like a free seminar. Stefan and BTC are going to go over and orange pill Pomp's audience about self-custody, because I don't know if you guys have ever done this experiment, but type in Bitcoin hardware wallet to Amazon, and the list of shit you get back is atrocious garbage, like things you've never heard of in your entire life. Like the Ballet crypto wallet pops up. Like that thing is a hunk of shit. You know what I mean? And like, yeah, Trezor and Ledger come up, but Cold Card doesn't come up anywhere on Amazon. There's all these products you've never even heard of. Like the Blockstream Jade is like halfway down the page. And so, yeah, I mean, normies just are not really getting the message on self-custody. And if they are getting the message, they're getting funneled into like all this weird, bizarre shit that like I've never even heard of, where they might get rug pulled on. And so it's just like a total jungle out there. So like, hopefully this seminar or whatever helps somebody to learn self-custody.
I guess we can cross Bobby Lee off our sponsorship,
So yeah,
potential sponsorship options.
yeah, you don't want that.
I
You
don't
want
know.
that
I don't know
Ballet
if we
wallet.
could cross them off. I mean, we had GBTC today.
That's right.
Their money spends.
Exactly.
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 Their Bitcoin hodls.
Exactly.
The problem I have is that like Pomp has been like pushing like stuff like BlockFi the whole time, you know, and then like, that's during the bull market, and now in the bear market, he's like, okay, let me go back to being a Bitcoin
Hey,
maxi,
Marcus,
and self-custody is
Marcus.
important. And what's gonna happen in the next bull market?
Let him
Hey,
go.
I
Marcus,
don't know.
this is Pomp here.
It's my thoughts, dude. I can't help it. Yeah.
No, I
This,
get it
this
out.
is Pomp here, okay?
I thought you were
We,
yellow.
we ain't gonna stop being relentless, man. Relentless. I am gonna stop being relentless. I am gonna stop spreading my message. I am gonna stop talking for whoever I want, man. Bitcoin or not, I'm up for freedom. I'm up for freedom. My message and my so it's gonna continue no matter what, and it's all up for you guys. It's all for you guys and your message. And my message is gonna stay the same, man. And I'm relentless, man. I'm relentless.
Didn't
to
he
the
have
moon.
some? Didn't he have TA to go with that?
Nah.
Yeah. But it's the eve of the prophecy, Yellow. There's no TA coming?
I'm saving it for tomorrow's show with Ben BTC Sessions.
Okay.
We might do TA tomorrow.
Okay.
Excellent.
There you go.
You coming to the after party, Hodl? BTC sessions?
I mean, I'll be there. I'll be on the show. Yeah, I'll be on the show.
You.
So
I got
let's
you
get
in
it.
the graphic. I don't know if you saw.
Dude,
it.
your graphics, your graphics are fucking killer, man. You
Yeah,
do
except that he put me in the GIF graphic where I'm like all like a bunch of lights in front of my face, you can't see me, and then on the one that he sent to Ben,
Everybody knows
like,
who you are.
and then on the one he sent to Ben,
You look like a giant
Taylor's
pencil.
shoulder-
Nobody else in
Taylor's
Bitcoin looks
shoulder
like a
goes
giant
further
pencil.
over and just blocks my
you
face.
look absurd. You're absurdly tall. You're like 7 foot.
I don't run into a lot of people that like I'm like, damn, this dude is tall as fuck. You know what I mean? But like when I'm in person with Sean, I'm like, this dude is fucking ginormous. You know what I mean?
You know what,
Greg, you're a big dude. You're a big dude too yourself. Don't sell yourself short.
You're welcome.
You're a big boy.
Thank you.
Oh,
Now, one of my favorite things about Rusty is that he loves Sean so much that before Rusty became part of the Meme Factory, we would have him do like graphics for us. And I could tell he loved Sean because of how he modeled his people. And one of the ones he did with Chairforce had arms that were like 7 feet long. It was crazy. And I just know that that's, part of how Rusty loves Sean.
What?
Yeah, I know what he's talking about.
All right. So, Hado, you're a big reader. I want to get an idea of what books you've been reading recently and what you think our viewership who I don't know if they read or not, but what they might gain some insight from for what's coming up with.
Well, I would get a good and special book. That's the Hawaiian Pigeon Bible. I ordered that one today. I'm very excited about it. Also, Revolt of the Public by Martin Gary, I think is probably the best book you could read right now to understand what's happening in the world, especially like post Twitter Files release. If you guys haven't read that one, Gary is a former ex-CIA media analyst who basically he wrote this book in 2014 and it detailed like everything that we're watching play out now, like years and years ago. So that's probably the one I'd recommend.
This is Revolt of the Public. What did you say the author was? I'll write this down.
Revolt of the Public is by Martin Gary. I think it's Gurri, potentially. Let me see. It's over there somewhere.
Bitcoin Audible, that's a good one. There's definitely a few crackers on there.
If you don't know how to read, it's always Bitcoin Audible.
Dude, Bitcoin Audible, that's the podcast I watch more or listen to more than anything.
Yeah, you watch Bitcoin Audible?
That's my favorite. That's my favorite Bitcoin.
Sean has listened to more podcasts than anybody in Bitcoin space.
You know, than anyone else you know. I've listened to Guy Swan's voice more than anyone else you know.
There was a period of time where I only listened to Bitcoin podcasts, and I listened to every single one that existed. And so for probably like 3 years, I listened to nothing but Bitcoin podcasts all day, every day. I stopped doing that because it was getting a little
repetitive,
like weird, like clinically obsessive or something, and repetitive. Yeah. So, and then I cut it out. But now I cherry pick. I only listen to the good episodes. Like I wouldn't listen to this one.
When are you starting the? When are you starting doing the videos from the car again?
Wait, say again.
Something about a cardigan?
When are you doing the videos from the car again?
Yeah, when are you doing car videos again?
Motivational.
I should do one. Yeah, I should do one. Now's a good time for one because I feel like I was just reflecting on this. I had a friend. I won't mention his name. It was Bitcoin Tina, who lost his kind of lost his shit a little bit and got really emotional and he found some alternatives. You know what I'm saying? It was Bitcoin. There is no alternatives. And then he was like, you know what? Treasuries are good.
Boomer's gonna.
Cash is great.
I always told him I was like, bro, having 100% of your net worth at your age in Bitcoin is fucking insane. It's insane,
He's what, 83?
Yeah, he's 107 years old.
107. Okay, I was off.
Yeah, he was born in 1892, dude. So
yeah,
the math checks. Don't even do it with the calculator, but the thing.
Just trust us.
I think that right now is the time in the cycle that if you haven't been around for a long time, this feels very much like the end of 2018 to me, beginning of 2019. And that time period felt really shitty.
It was a heavy flow cycle in 2018.
Exactly. Yeah. We were just all over the place. We needed towels on the bed, all sorts of stuff.
Bitcoin doubled in 2019.
Thanks, Sean.
Yeah.
Forget about that.
Thanks, Sean.
The pattern
tripled, actually.
It tripled.
The pattern is 3 greens, 1 red. 3 greens, 1 red, right? So it's like, if that pattern holds, next year should be pretty good, and the year after should be pretty good, and the year after should be really good.
Have you been talking to Plan B?
Back to fucking kicked in the dicks again. Exactly. It gets.
But what about this massive 2009
hodling is a very
It's good that you guys are talking about each other.
I don't buy into the thesis that Bitcoin has more room to go down, because if you're still here now, what, you're gonna sell your coins at $12K or some shit? What the fuck? You already bitched out. If you're a little bitch, you already bitched out. The people that are left are strong hands. All the little weak baby paper lettuce hands, they're dead. They died. They got headshotted. They crapped their pants. It's over for them. So yeah.
Give us some hopium. What's going to happen to these strong-handed people? Are they going to do okay?
I told Greg last cycle he'd be a millionaire, and that was a little off base.
How many countries are all of us buying?
One Bitcoin equals one planet for your descendants, okay? And you need to, fucking get some. I'm willing to deal. I'm willing to deal all my Bitcoin for one medium-sized planet, like one Bitcoin per one medium-sized planet.
Is there an avatar planet? Is there an avatar planet for sale? Because
that's a
move.
That's a
with
move.
blue chicks and stuff.
I need some unobtainium to mine Bitcoin. Like fuck that tree, man. Cut it down. Fucking
I love
people.
that movie, James Cameron, when he was writing the script, was like, this stuff is really hard to get. What should we call it?
When he was writing his treatment.
But no, man, I think like
treatment
to say something like that's hopeful. I think that your Bitcoin journey is about you like before you got into Bitcoin, you pretty much, let's be real, you had an agreement with everybody in your life to be a fucking loser like they are. And I had this agreement too, which is why I can say it, because I was like very comfortable and complacent being a loser along with everybody else. And then I found Bitcoin and I was like, oh shit, maybe I don't have to do that anymore. Maybe I can actually be in control of my own life. And that's like a really powerful thing. And so anytime that you're feeling like extremely negative about your Bitcoin position, and I it's fun to like go on Twitter and be like, I'm the strongest hands in the universe. You're all a bunch of bitches compared to me, whatever, right? Like everybody has weak moments, hard moments, human moments where they feel like down and they feel despair and they feel like, I can't believe it. I'm so stupid. Maybe all the people that said I was wrong are actually they're right and I should listen to them, and maybe I should go back and tell my cousin that she was right, and that I'm sorry for calling her a bitch at our family's Thanksgiving when she didn't understand the difficulty adjustment. You know what I mean? Or maybe not. I don't know. Confusing. And then you basically just have to realize that like when you're having those thoughts, if you let the intrusive thoughts win, that's you accepting, the way the world wants to view you. And the world wants to say, you are poor, you are stupid, you are not free. You are a loser. You need to sit there and take this. You need to eat the bugs. You need to get in the pot. You need to go fuck yourself. Canada is putting in a highway, like a fast lane, to kill yourself if you're having mental problems. That's Canadian society. That's what the World Economic Forum wants for you.
They want you to
fuck all that. Fuck all that.
Yeah, they want
you gotta answer back. No, just no. You know what I mean?
No.
Are you gonna sell your Bitcoin today?
Oh,
no.
wait, hold on. Stop. Rusty.
Hey, man.
What's up? He raised his hand.
Yeah. I was just this reminded me of something you said a long time ago, which was you.
Rusty, can anybody hear Rusty?
I can hear.
Rusty, are you on mute, buddy? Unmute yourself.
Oh my God, is my mic not working?
Rusty,
oh
they're doing the bit to you. They're doing the bit to you.
Let me check my settings. Let me restart Grinder. See if that works.
Where's Labra?
Okay.
I just nearly pulled my headset off.
I remember a while ago you had this kind of same thought. You were like, you know what, fuck everyone. I'm just gonna buy every one of my family members and every one of my good friends like a Bitcoin each. I'm just gonna hold it for them. Are you still holding on to that Bitcoin for them? And when do they get it?
So yeah, I did do that. And I do have that like earmarked in my mind, like a portion of stack for people in my life or in life more prosperous, and you don't have to take shit off of other people. People start viewing you differently, and then suddenly a lot of the people that you thought you were loyal to, and they were loyal back to you, they become disloyal. And then you're like, wait a second, like I didn't realize that just by me taking personal responsibility over my own life and being prosperous, that this was going to be a problem for you. Like now I'm confused. And not only am I confused, like I have to rethink our entire relationship. And so there are some who along the way have been disloyal towards me, and yeah, their Bitcoin is gone. You're not getting shit out of me. But to the people who stayed true the whole time, I got Bitcoin for you, baby. Let's go. You know what I mean?
So can I have some of the Bitcoin that was earmarked for other people? What do I got to do for that Bitcoin?
No.
That's why he told you to get rid of that .eth. That's your Bitcoin to go get.
God damn it.
Greg, listen.
I'm listening.
I helped you get rid of the .eth.
You did.
You now have like whatever this is. I mean, things are going well for you. You know,
Right. This is amazing. I never dreamed I would be this successful.
That's sarcasm. Come on.
No, it's true. I never dreamed that this was the level of a success that I would achieve. That's a true statement.
He didn't dream it. He didn't dream.
He didn't dream it. He achieved it.
Yes.
He believed it and he achieved it.
With the help of my friends.
That's right.
Gotta manifest it.
Now,
the secret.
I want to manifest one of my favorite parts of the show. One of my favorite parts of the show is when RD.
Oh, I love this part.
His
I know
question.
about this.
You do?
I love this part. Yeah.
What is it? Wait. Hold on.
No, we all know.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
no, this is
Stop.
What?
the part where we do the thing. I know.
Yeah, he knows. He watches the show religiously in Pigeon.
Religiously. Never miss an
Oh,
episode.
he's in the chat.
Always.
With pigeon subtitles.
RD's
That's
probably
right.
checking his notes to go over these questions. Give him a moment.
Oh, I don't need to ask it.
Yeah, you need to ask it.
Hodder already knows.
Oh, he's gone.
Wait.
Oh, there he is.
I'm gonna get another beer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's gonna go quickly watch every single episode that we've ever put out to find out what the question is.
Oh, he's in for a mind fuck.
I'll watch it till the end.
All right, I'm back.
Here he is.
And I totally know the question because obviously, big fan.
Yeah.
Big fan. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of your British accent, actually.
Thank you.
Hello, mate.
Okay, Huddle. If the meme factory did exist, and we all know it doesn't, who would you like, who would you retweet, and who would you mute?
Okay, so I got to go through each of you.
No, you got 3.
Okay.
Retweet,
All right.
mute.
Fuck Big Sean, kill Greg, marry Yellow. Was that the question? What was
Best
the question
answer.
again?
Best answer yet.
That's
Now.
I just feel like he could hold me down. I'm a big guy. Nobody can really give it to me right, and I feel like Big Sean could get the job done.
Dahmer sub, Hodder. What are you? You be sub with me.
All right, Sean, save us from this with block 840,000, please.
Okay. I already saw you at Pacific Bitcoin. It was cool hanging out with you out there, man. And
It was cool to see you.
yeah, and I love hanging out with you and Eric and whoever else is there. We talked about this, but what do you know what's going on? Block height 840,000.
Yeah, you told me because I was planning something, and you were like, "Don't do that."
Yeah,
I got something.
Yes, don't be doing whatever you were thinking was not going to be to this level.
All right,
So, we got the having party.
I'm in.
Block height 840,000 in El Salvador, Bitcoin country. Have you been there? Have you been to El Salvador yet?
I have not. Nope.
And why not? Why haven't you been there?
He's already said he's in, Sean. Why are you pushing?
No,
Like he's in.
mainly because I'm scared of gang violence. Mainly, but
Well, first,
other than that, it's a beautiful country. No, I'm
Just like Greg.
We live in
No, you know what? I
Is that a
really
fat
am
joke?
Gangbang? Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I really am AmericanHODL in that I have never left North America. I've been to Canada and Mexico, but I've never been outside North America.
It's still North America. Technically, it's still North America.
No, El Salvador is
Well,
fucking Central America.
Yeah, but
It's a fun fact. If
technically,
you ask South
there's
Americans
no
how
central.
many,
It's just north and south.
Sean's a big stickler for technicalities, as we went over earlier.
Yeah.
Wait, there's no.
one American
you don't-
continent. Yeah.
You don't count the perineum that connects them, the vagina and the butthole. You don't
The
count
grundle.
that?
The
taint?
grundle.
Grundle.
So you're
Central
saying,
America is that's the taint, bro.
did you just call the entirety of Central America the grundle?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Grundle is the most underlooked thing. And let me.
Well, you have to go under to look.
Look, exactly.
So
But,
what are the
yeah.
chances you'll be there?
Got to come to Australia.
Rusty,
do
what
you
are
have-
you
do you
doing? What
have
are
a
you doing with that
passport?
donkey, Rusty?
You have a passport.
This is
Yeah.
Yellow's horse.
That's not a horse.
That's a weird dog, man.
That's an odd dog.
That's not Labra.
It's got nice
Bro,
hair,
where'd
though.
Where'd you get that mini horse, bro?
It's not mine technically.
You
Kinda
steal
looks
that
like
thing?
Pomp.
Okay, dude. We'll see you at the having party. It's all inclusive, by the way. So it ain't one of those Bitcoin conference. First of all, it's not gonna be a Bitcoin conference. It'll be a party. There will be places where you can learn.
Good.
It's gonna be all inclusive. That means all you can eat, all you can drink.
Did you get me my penthouse?
No, but you got VIP.
We got you a house.
I heard he's getting a yellow pool.
It's a crack house, penthouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the whale pass.
Yeah. But we'll see you down there, dude. It's gonna be freaking awesome.
I'm in. I'm in.
And tell Pomp the reason that the having party is going on is because last having I was literally watching him crack open a beer and it sucked. Now I was like, no, we ain't gonna do that again. We're gonna do something really good this time. And this is what
me and Pomp are not friends. Pomp does not like me.
I know, but you're gonna talk to him, so tell him that. If you're not friends, then be fighting with him and tell him, hey, this is why it's going on because
okay. Yeah.
All right.
I'll tell him.
HODL, you've been very generous with your time. So, two things. Number one,
hit me.
Can you tell anybody where to find you if they want to find any of your, let's call it, content? I don't know. I put your Twitter handle in the show notes.
I'm a dude who talks shit on the internet. You can find me wherever dudes be talking shit on the internet. There you go.
All right. And then while you've got the Meme Factory somewhat present, you have any questions for us?
Let me think. Let me think about this.
Okay.
Sean, why did you not play in the Pacific Bitcoin basketball tournament when you could have easily murked all these motherfuckers?
Because did you see the court that they were playing on? It was trash. Number one.
It was the shit. Yeah, that was shit. That was shit.
And Q, you know Q, like the letter, right? Q.
I heard he tore his Achilles.
And he was begging me to play on his team, and I was like, dude, I'm not playing on that court because I still get paid to play. I'm not paying to play on some nasty court. And then he tore his Achilles, and so I was like, bro, that's exactly why I didn't play.
That was a smart move, honestly. Yeah. Greg, question for you.
Fine.
What is the etymology? That's a word that means the origin of, Greg.
Oh.
What is the etymology behind the potato meme? Is it just because you look like a potato, or like what's the?
Yep.
No, it's physical and mental. But
Yeah.
You're the.
I called him potato once and it sticked.
That's true.
It's not a great story, but it fits so well.
It does fit well.
So perfect. It's so on point.
Look at his head, first of all.
And he's gone.
And he's gone.
And
Hey,
thank you, everybody, for coming in. Have a great night.